don't like me
User
anymore.
left your channel.
Oh my
User
god,
left
it's
your
Mojo.
channel.
It's Mojo.
User left your
You're on the
channel.
other side. Mojo Captain. Yeah.
You're fucked.
Okay.
We are fucked.
It's gonna be Dota Noobs round 2. I'm gonna jump back into spectator.
Llama. Wrong
Channel
channel.
switched.
Alright. Take 2 for Dota Noobs. Try to get a... What the hell? Try and get a little bit more balanced teams. I thought last round teams were pretty balanced. Just bad plays. Bad ping, apparently. Should have checked that.
User
Meepo?
joined your channel.
Meepo.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to think of it this way. A bad ban leaves more top-tier heroes in the pool.
I mean, you just can ban you're not planning on playing, like, I don't know, Crystal Maiden for the funsies, but a Meepo? That's
Why
a
not?
bit peculiar.
Have you never seen Shane play Meepo? Or some other people who are really good play Meepo?
Yeah, but I don't think anyone here in this lobby is a Meepo player. Just,
I think Bane
I
actually
mean,
plays
I don't think
decent
it's a
Meepo.
risk to ban.
I think
I don't think
Bane
it-
actually plays a decent Meepo. Don't quote me on that, but I think so.
I would
No.
check, but the game doesn't bring up the scoreboard.
Dungeon Land. Oh, good. The good Admiral Snuffles just linked something that I will need to check. Darkseer, always a good ban.
Dire being very serious. I mean, very unserious. The Radiant being very serious. And then they kick it into high gear with the Magnus.
Okay. Let's look at pings for everybody because I didn't last game. It looks like they're all pretty good. Some people, everyone's hovering around 100 to 150. Interesting, we do have a lot of people from Europe in these games.
And look at your ping. You're a spectator. No, the two of the spectators have the best ping. That's
Okay with that.
inconvenient.
All right, let's see. Oh, Chenkin, we're gonna say that you have good ping. Dota Doobs Inhouse Take 2 now with more balance. I think that's a good title. Alright, let's see if the chat loads this time. Twitch's chat does not like loading for me.
It's because you're a low priority channel and you're probably hooked up to another bigger channel depending on where you live. Like, I'm next to like a bunch of like StarCraft and fighting game streams and they get priority over me, so it bugs the crap out of me.
Alright, we got a Coddle and a Luna. So they shuffled, but it doesn't look like there were many changes. Mojo, Maris, Hero Mode, Bear Hug, and Kugel. I'm going to call him Kegel. And Kegel again.
Huge L.
I'm going to call him
That's what I'm
Kegel.
going.
And hero mode also jumped after the shuffle, so I'm not sure what that might mean for the balance.
Well, I know Hero Mode is
Yes.
Bane's friend in real life. Okay, and I'm dying. I'm dying a
A lot of
scary
mid game
team player
here, a
hero.
whole lot of mid game, an incredible amount.
Yes, or if he has to jump in taking Salient Spot. Yes, yes he is. But Sneaky Mouse is good, Llama, Yay Baby, and Bane are all very good players, or decent players. Faceless Void Band. It's a good band. No carries yet on the Radiant, but they do have a Tidehunter, and Magnus isn't the greatest counter initiator, whereas Tidehunter is a great counter initiator to a Magnus.
I'm still wondering who they're gonna set up with Magnus. I really highly doubt they picked Magnus not to empower or carry, and I don't think Luna's probably the person they want to go with that. Phantom Lancer, I can't say that I entirely agree with that, because your lanes would be really difficult, but they do have a coddle, so they could be thinking that.
Alright,
Offlane
Phantom
Magnus,
Lancer
mid Luna.
Don't know why they banned the Phantom Lancer.
Because they have Keeper. They could,
Right,
they
but-
could still.
I mean, they could
still
send
pick
Luna
up
mid. Not great.
an offlane mag.
Not the greatest lineup, though.
It'd be like a really strong push team.
They'd probably pick up Nature's Prophet that too if they're doing something like that. It wouldn't be crazy, just they have to get everything correct.
Mm-hmm.
surprised Batrider got this far.
Yeah, that was what threw me off in the last game. I wanted to pick Batrider, and they either didn't want to play him or didn't know how.
I'm in GA ban, so I'm imagining Magnus will be mid unless they grab a Quap. And Nick's Assassin's still in the pool. Nick's had a huge impact last game. Surprised he made it this far.
I don't think the Radiant seems much a threat, and the Radiant has too much early mid-game to really pick him up without sacrificing a lot of their potential late game.
Well, what I mean is the Dire could pick him up and he'd be very strong, especially with a Coddle and a Luna. I mean, with a Coddle,
true. They
a Coddle
have a
Nyx
really nice
is a
fight lane.
dangerous combination. Nyx's biggest problem is no mana. So being able to spam that stun, that mana burn, going to do a lot of damage. I mean, most offlane heroes that you think about are intelligence heroes. So, a lot of damage coming out from him. And Sven.
Ooh. Interesting choice. It's not a terrible one. It's just I'm not entirely sure the Dive are really making a Sven along their lineup.
It's good synergy with Mag, but okay.
Ooh.
Lion's one of my
Sassy
favorite
with their
heroes. I
picks.
think I have one of my best win ratios with him.
If they pick CK next, I'll love the Dire lineup. Wholeheartedly would endorse it if they pick.
See, if it were me,
Blood.
What?
What is
Whoa!
Bloodsker?
yes, Rubik does have great spells to steal.
A ton of he could take a spell from any hero and pretty much get a good spell.
Ah, no CK. I'm sort of sad about that. Ah.
So if it were me, laning the Dire side, I would do I would put Lion mid. I'd put Magnus off lane, and I would do Luna, Coddle, and Sand King. You're asking me why I would put Lion mid? Because Lion, to me, is one of the best gankers in the game. He has 2 huge disables. Mana Drain's actually a useful skill now. And his ulti, getting that quick level 6, it's a huge nuke. And yes, he'll be fine against a Bloodseeker.
Yeah,
Not-
I mean,
not if
I
you
would normally
silence.
disagree with you, but it's Bloodseeker. For that's the weirdest pick I've seen in a while.
And what they could do
sure.
is they could send Rubik mid and try some weird Bloodseeker jungle. I've seen it. I've seen Bloodseeker jungle. It's like the worst thing I've ever seen. But it's doable,
It's one
especially
of the
if
slowest in the game. It's safe, but slow.
he gets pooled region, if he
Incredibly
gets 2 sets of tangos and a salve pooled to him. I think he'll be okay if he goes for that stout shield and quelling blade first. Okay, so Keggle's on the
it's
line.
gonna be Bloodseeker mid.
I think he's going to be against a Magnus mid, and I think Sand King's going to be in the off lane. If it were me, I would like to see that Lion mid because there are so many heroes on this team that he could just burst down so easily, and his disables would come in handy.
And normally Lion's not a very powerful mid. At the same time, Bloodseeker is also not a powerful mid.
Lion is
until level 6.
you don't see Lion mid often, but when you do, you realize he is a fantastic mid hero. When BTS was doing that fistful of tangos, he won every time his lane was picked. All right, so I'll introduce the Radiant. We have Bane playing Juggernaut, Sneaky Mouse on Tidehunter, Orpheus on the Bloodseeker, Yay Baby on the Rubik, and Llama on the Undying. And if someone else would like to introduce the Dire side.
We have
Hero mode.
Mojo on Sand King. We have a Magnus Maris. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I've never seen him here before.
Yeah,
Hero
Maris
mode
comes
on
around.
Keeper of the Light. Quigel on Lion.
Just call him Kegel.
And way out already on top, Luna is Bear Hug.
There we go. We saw Bear Hug wreck last game as a lot of pings coming out. Not sure why. Lion does not have any items for some reason. He's really outside the base. I think Kegel forgot to buy them.
Interestingly enough, Luna saving her money. She's actually going to quickly rush maybe a Helmet Dominator as fast as she possibly can, looks like.
She's not really saving her money. This is a pretty standard build. Not grabbing any clarities because it's unnecessary with that Coddle. Might go for
Could buy
a
an
quick
extra
help.
circlet, though. I mean, or Ringer Protection. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can set efficient.
Oh, and Lion
There,
disconnected.
close.
That's what the pause was for. Feel like I am watching a pro game with all these DCs. Let's check ping one more time. Okay. Looks like everybody's ping was fine. But if he's having ping issues, that's fine. He was at 200. Bear Hug, Mojo, and Maris are at far worse pings at 201, 229, 232.
I think the ping you meant was that he always pings when he clicks.
Oh, okay.
Normally
Got
that's
it.
fixed with the alt press button though, but I guess it's...
Whatever.
User
Quick restart.
disconnected from your channel.
Someone's dog's annoying. Not like my dog, who's just upstairs eating after howling at me for 3 minutes. Lots of pings coming out.
User joined your channel.
Mojo warding right away. Hey, Tenkin.
Hey, now I can actually talk.
Hooray! Why couldn't you talk before?
I just didn't want to.
Fucking bastard. I still feel like talking. Keggle's disconnected again.
It's like I want to steal your farm with my vengeful spirit. Weight of terror, bam.
Well, when I was playing Venge the other night, we were against an Undying, and everyone was like, dude, your wave kills all the zombies. I'm like, yeah. They die at, like, if you hit them with, like, a feather, his zombies die. They're, like, the weakest zombies ever.
Mm-hmm.
If Undying zombies were in Dawn of the Dead, they'd have no problem. Let's look at Bloodseeker. I think his starting items are fine. I think Bloodseeker's a bad hero.
No, he needs that Link Blade.
I agree. The Quelling Blade is better, especially knowing that he's going to be against Magnus. There's no need for the Stout Shield. The Quelling Blade would let him last hit better.
I mean, Stout Shield's not terrible. I don't hate it because then you can suffer a little bit of attacks from creeps and stuff, but you need that Quelling Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how you stay in lane, getting those last hits. And if you don't get them, you're out of lane.
Very curious to see what he builds. I've seen the Radiance Rush on Bloodseeker, and it actually works out. The burst damage from Rupture, 150, 250, 350 on a 50-second cooldown now. If they move a little, basically having that Radiance forces them to have to move, especially if you silence yourself and get that 30% damage increase.
Right. Usually the silencer is a disable early on.
Yes,
really
they
want
use it
to
as
go
disable
on- go
early
on
on, and they
with
use it on
someone.
themselves later on.
Yeah, so usually just get one level in it to keep someone silent for, I think, was it 6 seconds? And then, later on when you actually have damage dealing items like a Radiance or another set of items, then you can start using yourself and you push down things so fast.
Not to mention, when you chase someone with a Radiance, you can catch up to them faster the longer you're next to them.
Right.
So you lose health.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your thirst
Really
gets better.
really weird team comp, though. And I get the feeling we're going to see a Juggernaut with an Ag Scepter as fast as he can. And Juggernaut did grab that Quelling Blade. Slipper's Quelling Blade and 2 What is with all these pauses?
That's where they hit that last night.
Mm-hmm.
the
Another
other night.
DC from Kegel.
Oh,
I'm back. I actually didn't do anything while I was gone. I was gone for the first pause, and that's it.
No one has said anything, and there has been like 3 pauses since. Kegel's computer is falling apart. And you know what really pisses me off right now? What I'm really pissed off about? Oh,
They're
okay,
not
never
sending
mind.
line.
Never mind. There's a cool courier. There's a Speed Demon courier. Not the greatest, but it's there.
Oh, you hit the fault couriers. Oh, yeah. It's unusual, though. I can't see the effect while it's paused, but would like to see that.
Is it special? Nice.
Yeah, unusual legendary, which means it has a particle effect of some kind.
Ooh.
User joined your channel.
Oh,
His
affiliation of
keyboard,
vermin.
like,
So probably rats or
What?
smoke cloud?
His keyboard's like dead if you guys are wondering what's going on.
Oh, I don't really care.
Okay.
User left your channel.
People think I'm a lot nicer than I actually am. So, like, it's really funny when people are like, hey, like, dude, you were kind of mean last game. I'm like, I'm not a nice person. Like, I'm kind of mean. So when people come in and are like, hey, just to let you know this is wrong, I'm like, I don't care. Lots of pings coming out, mostly because hero mode's being a dick. And Orpheus. So let's see what Llama has. She's got wards, she's a pretty standard build. Lots of standard builds. I want to see some weird stuff. Mojo doing... And this is a mistake right off the bat.
User joined your
If you're
channel.
going to tri lane, you need to have sentries. I cannot stress this enough. I've said it all. Every time I play a tri lane with someone, I say, make sure to grab sentries. I'll grab regular wards, you grab sentries. Right now, this tri lane has already failed. Even if they kill the Sand King once, this is a failed tri lane. They can't pull the lane when it pushes, and it will push. All right, we're unpaused. We're going again. Mojo just doing safe wards. And a simple ward right there. Sentry ward right there. Cut down that tree. You see both of these, no problem. And guess what? Mojo just wasted 150 gold, and he has no vision. Rubik Tide. I don't think Tide... I hate when Tide's in a tri lane. He's got decent burst damage with Gush. Anchor Smash is much better. Llama late to put wards down, but it looks like she did not get them off. Did they de-ward? Nope, she just hasn't put them down yet. Missing last hits already. Now, Undying is one of those deceptively strong heroes. Going for the first stack right away. Kegel, this is a mistake. 2 salves and clarity. Doesn't look like he pooled regen to anybody. And again, Coddle, no tangos. Why are there no tangos on these guys? A tango is the most cost-efficient heal in the game. Why are people starting without them? And this is smart. Llama's going to walk down and ward down here. She knows that it's not really safe to ward where she just was. She
I think
also
he's
saw...
just assuming that he'll never get up close enough to take damage unless it's
Right.
a big nuke, and then he'll just have valve.
Right. It's just, it boggles my mind when I don't see people getting tangos. I just don't get it. Llama goes up. It's going to try to put a ward down. She gets it. Great ward, too. Not many places you can put a sentry to spot that out without blocking the camp yourself.
Exactly.
Personally, I like grabbing sentry wards when I'm trying to block a camp because they don't have a cooldown. That's just me, though.
I personally would like to see a block behind the camp, a really sneaky one.
That's a pretty sneaky one to begin with, though. There really is
That's
no
true.
place they can put a sentry ward to go in for the double pull. Think it's going to be late. Or early, I mean.
And they could put it right next to that tree right here, but it's such a rare spot to put that they're probably not.
I mean, I think she's going to be fine. I don't think they're going to be able to de-ward it without warding the camp themselves. And really, all Undying needs to do
directly
here...
the tree they can, just barely, though.
Yeah. But again, we have Hero Mode, and... Hero Mode went for Illuminate first. When you have a Lion in lane, and it's not bad, but when you have a Lion and a Luna in lane, I think that Chakra's better. Allow her to spam out that Lucent Beam. Allow Lion to spam out his stuns. We're also not going to see, probably not going to see Lion go for Mana Drain right now, mostly because he does have this Coddle here, and Undying's going to have more than enough mana to get his abilities off if he needs to.
Also, if you're a little level Coddle Trilane, I actually like getting at least 1 level 1 Mana Leak before getting some Illuminate, because Mana Leak's a much better Trilane skill for level 1 Illuminate.
Yes. Let's see how mid lane's going. Bloodseeker, 6 for 3. Maris, 11 for 5. Things are not looking great for Bloodseeker. Really needs that Quelling Blade, although right now they do have... they are both at 68 damage. Maris just being great on top of his denies. And that's what's going to keep Bloodseeker out of lane.
Oh, actually, Orpheus right here.
Wonderful
First
skewer.
blood
He
on
needs to
the
get that deny so he can
Bloodseeker.
get some health back. He's going to die here.
Oh, getting juked a little bit, though.
That's dead Bloodseeker.
Almost.
Now, had he denied one of those creeps, he would have gotten some HP back. Might have lived there, but he just kept running around. And Maris knew what he was doing. TPing right back. Sneaky Mouse coming.
Middle. Still level 1 Tidehunter, actually. He's not doing very much for anyone anywhere.
And this is why I hate Tidehunter in a tri-lane, and this is what I meant when I said no sentries, this is a mistake. He bought some. I don't know that he's going to spot this one out. He thinks that... at least he's not going to ward the magic bush. He's going to put a sentry down. Where are you going to put it, Sneaky?
Come on, Sneaky, you got this.
No, no,
Even
no,
you.
no, no! He's just walking around.
No, he's not placing it.
And Tide does not have a point of experience. Oh, Llama throwing down. Her tombstone, she's going to die here, no problem. Not going to get any kills. Nice roam by Maris with the haste rune. Things are already not looking great for the Radiant. He's going to get double damage rune. This is not looking good. Not what you want to happen. He's going to bottle up first. Very smart.
Oh, Sentry goes down. He actually didn't see the ward yet, but it's because he walked towards the mag bush, which that ward can't even. But there he goes. You know, he's going to find it out.
He's going to get it. But it's too late.
But there's only 10 seconds left from that ward. It would have died before the next
Bane,
spawn anyway.
Bane is 20/7, so he's doing fine. Let's take a look at Luna's. Let's take a look at last hits in general. Luna's 21/1, Juggernaut's 20/7, but Luna does have an assist now, I believe. So they're about even in gold. No, she didn't get an assist for that kill top. That sucks. Kegel popping a clarity. Not sure he needs it. Why is... Oh, they did get that ward top. Why is hero mode not just giving Lion mana every chance he gets? Lion spells are so mana dependent.
Llama actually leaving her lane to go roaming somewhere.
Sneaky Mouse still 0 XP. Another death on Bloodseeker. Tried to rupture the Magnus, who's just going to stand still. Best counter to Bloodseeker, standing still.
NTP.
NTP. Yeah, well, the best counter is standing still because it's free.
But you can still hit.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking.
Haha.
It's 6 minutes in the game and already 2,000 experience behind on the Radiant. Big deal, considering their lane setup was also equally as good as the Dyers almost.
Where did we have a kill?
Tidehunter 90 experience. No one's even top right now, so I can get any of that experience going to waste.
Rubik got a kill. I'm not sure on who though.
No,
And a
he's
Midas
going
Rush on
right
Moon
back.
actually very unorthodox. At the same time, she doesn't care. She's not getting hurt by anyone.
Battle Fury Rush on Juggernaut.
Pretty standard.
See, I wouldn't call that standard. I think an Aghanims would be more standard on him.
Well,
But
but
he's the
Is he
hard
got-
carry.
he's got-
Hasterin on the Magnus.
Island
Hasterin on the
mentality is
Magnus. We'll talk about this in a second. Hasterin on the Magnus. Want to see if he's going to make something happen. Reverse polarity's on cooldown for 42 seconds. We're going to see what happens here. He is killable here. He has nothing. Sand King's going to go first down. This is going to be a dead Rubik. No ulti yet. Oh, is Maris going to go down here? No, he has the Hasterin. He's going to get out just fine. He's overstaying his welcome a bit. Tombstone's kind of useless there, mostly because of that Hasterin. He's going to get out just fine. He's going to have wasted the rune a bit, got a bit of harass on the Rubik, but no deaths. Llama's now tri-laning bottom. They sent Tide top. Much better idea. Tide's a lot tankier. He needs those levels, but he's only level 2. Almost level 3, and Illuminate can keep him out of lane with no problem. Hero mode playing a little greedy, in my opinion. Not really using his abilities to help out his team. I think Luna is fine top on her own right now. I think he should be roaming with the Lion, just feeding him mana for all those disables.
they really doing some amazing ganks with against that Bloodseeker right now. But oh, actually they're setting up for one right now between Reverse Polarity, stepping up on Magnus, going up from behind, getting off a stun. He's stuck on an hour.
And this is going to be a dead Bloodseeker. No need for the reverse polarity at all.
Heavily
But-
stacked CC, but at least one of the guarantees. So I can't blame
It-
him per se.
You know, reverse polarity is 2 minute cooldown. Not really worth it, especially when he still had Skewer available, which is 210 nuke.
This is true, and also at the same time, he's
Does
saving
more
so much
damage than
money.
reverse polarity. Does more damage than reverse polarity. Got pings up here. Let's see what Bear Hug got. Bear Hug went Midas. Okay. He's going to go into the jungle. Just get a couple of creeps with his Midas and run back. We got bottom lane getting pushed a lot. This is going to hurt Juggernaut's farm quite a bit. He's 2 parts of his Battle Fury already. Sexy Steve, I hate to say it, but, you know, he's already farther along in his Battle Fury than you were at 25 minutes.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm just messing with you, buddy. You did have horrible ping issues. That's actually what I was saying most of the time, was I just think his ping is bad, because he just
That
keeps
was one of the problems, but yeah.
It was one. There were numerous. Rough game. Lion's almost level 6. As soon as Lion hits level 6, he can solo that Bloodseeker.
Well, that depends on how the Bloodseeker plays too. If he silences well enough, he can get away.
Yes, yes. But you also have to keep in mind that Lion does have those 2 disables. Going Tranquil Boots. Like the build. No points in mana drain. I really think he needs them if this Coddle isn't going to roam with him. If Coddle is just going to stay top and babysit the Luna, which he's not doing anything by doing this. He is doing nothing for this Luna. He doesn't
Once
bring...
Lion gets level 6, there's no way he can sustain his mana in the slightest.
Not in the slightest. He really needs to be roaming with... This Coddle needs to be roaming with him. Bearhug has the... Or the Luna has her Tranquil Boots. She has her Hand of Midas. She can be left alone. Against the solo Tide, who's 3 levels below her, she's more than fine.
It makes sense to leave Coddle or keeping Tide out, but at the same time, they're failing keeping Tide out. Tide actually almost reaching level 6 fairly quickly from being level 1 to 5.
Bloodseeker's in the jungle getting some HP. Still has consumables left, not even boots yet. He has enough, but he hasn't bought them yet. This is not going to be one of those carry Bloodseeker games. He's probably going to go Sanjin Yasha if I had to guess. Bane up to 1,000 gold, almost has his... broadsword, got the claymore already. He hasn't brought it out to him. Mistake. It's something that I don't do very often as well. I don't bring my items to me when I bought them because I'm thinking, well, why don't I just save up and get the next bit? He's going to have it in 150 gold. But man, plus 21 damage would be really useful.
Actually, I sort of think Bloodseeker should probably go a BKB build, considering almost the enemy team does have some magical damage, excluding the Magnus ult, which clearly goes through BKB.
Well, the big thing is that the Dire side is a wombo combo team for sure. You know, Luna's gonna be great late game, but in the entirety of the mid game, she is wombo combo. Oh, there we go. Tidehunter getting a great deny on that top tower, really denying gold to the Dire side, who is getting a lot of farm and just really out farming and out leveling the Radiant side. Bane does have more last hits now than the
User left your channel.
higher CS than the Luna or Juggernaut, I should say. It's rough casting games with people you play with a lot because you just know their names. Magnus is a DD, probably looking to go bot right now. No, looking to go top. Wants to take out the Tide. Don't think this is worth it. Tide still doesn't have boots. Really needs this.
Tide actually saw it coming too, so there's actually a pretty frivolous gank as long as Tide stays back and keeps his distance.
We're assuming that Tide's going to stay back, though. Oh my god, the pot roast that I'm making smells so good. So right now, I would... Tidehunter grabbed his boots, I'm guessing. Nope. Finished his wand? What did he buy? Boots. There we go. So this is going to be an interesting situation here. We have a Juggernaut who's getting decent farm. Just about has his... his Battle Fury. Things are going pretty well for him. He has his ultimate. We got 2 heroes bottom, Lion and Sand King, both relatively squishy. I think that they could kill these guys pretty easily if they comboed it right. If Bane was able to get a good spin off and maybe get Lion to waste his ultimate while he's spinning, that would be a fantastic play. But even if he was able to catch one of them out solo, 4 bounces would be great. I think he's hoping to finish his Battle Fury first.
Right now, the golden experience is actually pretty much stabilizing by both teams, so there's not much of a distinct advantage coming into the
Bit of a
mid-game.
favor in the Dire, and it seems to be dipping that way slightly. Although the gold has come up, the experience has dipped a bit into the Dire's favor. And I'm going to say that's because of the Hand of Midas on Luna, and the fact that Bloodseeker is now pretty much just forced to jungle. Wraithband up on him, and he finally did grab that Quelling Blade that I'm sure his team was yelling at him about. Quelling Blade, a much better item than a Stout Shoot, especially if you're against another melee hero. So, pressure going on mid. Solo bot. They just got to wait for this creep wave to go, and they can just dive that Sand King with no problem. Hey, King Louie, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Just kind of casting a in-house that's going on right now.
Can I spec it? What's the password for the game?
Doobs. But I don't think
It's already up, so you can't in the mid.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But you can watch the stream. It's twitch.tv/DotaNoobs. DD popped on the Magnus. This is going to go very poorly. Reverse polarity. He needs to go in with his ultimate right now. Spin. He's going to die here no matter what because of that DD. And that's going to... He still has enough for his Battle Fury. Not the worst thing, but a triple kill there. Oof. That DD really fucked him. Magnus looks like he's going for drums instead of... Oh, he has enough for his Blink Dagger, so he might go buy that right now.
Rather unfortunate, all this gold getting on Magnus, he's going to become a big threat throughout the rest of the game from now on. I think it's that Blink Dagger up.
Well, we have Luna with the Helm of the Dominator up already as well. She's farming fantastically. Juggernaut just finishing his Battle Fury. Doesn't even have boots yet. Doesn't really... And he needs those boots, unlike Luna, who has great base movement speed. Pause out by the Undying. Mojo's coming in from behind, cutting off the creep wave. They really want this tower. Lion still has not used his ultimate. Hasn't really needed it. Just a lot of odd plays. Odd picks and odd plays coming out of the Radiant. This Bloodseeker pick just not working. Going for treads. He has not ganked once. He hasn't been able to gank at all. He's hoping to get that level 11 with plus 100 damage on Rupture, but it's not that great. You're really relying on players being bad or not knowing how the ultimate works and running away. Once you know what you're doing, I mean, we got to look at the Dire side. Who's carrying TPs? Coddle has a TP. Luna has a TP. There's a Bloodseeker on the field. Mojo, it's actually a pretty cool pick, does not have a TP. Maris does not have a TP. But Lion does. So there are two heroes that don't have them, but, you know, Magnus is pretty tanky. I'm not going to make a pass at him. And Sand King, not the tankiest hero in the world, but he can just Sandstorm and sit there. Unless he gets silenced first.
Okay, basically, Sand King actually has one level in Sandstorm, makes you can't is forever.
But it's 20 seconds. It's long enough for the 8-second duration of Rupture.
That's true, though.
You know, Mojo
That's why I
likes to
see
play.
a lot of Bloodseekers a lot to go for Force Staff, because then it forces you to move.
Force you to move, but again, it's also. I read what the nuke actually ends up being, and it's really not worth it until you hit level 16.
It's like a really weak Dagon that has an okay escape ability
Right.
until you're high max your ultimate.
And I don't believe Force Staff interrupts TP.
No, it does not.
So
No.
Most really powerful late game Bloodseeker, like really high level Bloodseekers go for Radiance, BKB, or second Yasha. Although debatably not second Yasha.
Halberd's a much better item there. He's
Yeah.
farming the jungle again. Finally has his treads up. They don't know where he is. We have two wards up for the Radiant, not in the greatest positions. Just a rune ward, and they're both about to time out actually.
Luna for going for Monta
And
with
this
BKB, so
Coddle-
she's going a really
Coddle's doing
farm
nothing.
kind of build.
This Coddle pick has done absolutely nothing for the Dire. They're winning the game, but he has done nothing.
Actually, this is really interesting. Luna hasn't actually popped her Helmet Dominator to stack that Ancient Camp. That's actually a lot of gold being wasted by that Helmet Dominator.
I don't think she
That's
really
not-
needs it yet.
I don't think that.
I mean, it's always great to start doing, but she's getting plenty of stacked camps in the jungle, plenty of farm.
At the same time, though, she could be getting so much gold saved up, because there's eventually going to be a point where jungle will not be safe to farm, for sure.
Maybe.
I mean, unless they win the game.
So I think
in
at
the
this,
next
I do think at
segment.
this point, the Radiant needs to group up. They need to start roaming together. Juggernaut has his Battle Fury up. He needs to be farming as much as he can, as fast as he can. They cannot blink around like Anti-Mage can. So while the Battle Fury is good, it's not great. But they just need to be grouping up as 4 and roaming the map. Tidehunter ulti, Bloodseeker. They have a lot of high damage abilities. Combine those two up with Tombstone, you're gonna get some kills. You just got to do it right. And Yay Baby has a great skill. He stole level 4 Burrow Strike. So they're a great setup for all this stuff. Miss skewer by Magnus. Bit of a mistake. Not the worst thing in the world. There are 4 mid
It'll all be back up
for
in
the
a
Dire.
second.
4 for the Dire. All their ultimates are up. Things are not looking good for the Radiant here. Juggernaut, I would not be involved with this team fight. I would just go farm. Unless, you know what? Rubik just needs to stay back. Rubik needs to steal that reverse polarity. And it's a really hard ability to steal because most Magnus's shockwave right after.
I'm really surprised they're setting Tide. I'm the person in actual solo farming a lane right now. Juggernaut's just sitting in the jungle.
I think Tide's going to get killed right now. He's way too far up. He's very underleveled.
He has a
Luna
ward.
can kill him very easily.
Out in time, but
And
no.
She can pop Eclipse and kill him. Not worth it, though. I think Luna's hoping to have to TP mid. I think she's hoping for a great reverse polarity. And they're pressuring. Mojo's going top. No Blink Dagger yet. Hoping for a big kill. And as we said, the Dire have so many. The Dire have so many great spells for Rubik to steal, but it's just a matter of him actually stealing them. And this really is a matter of the Radiant just having to wait. They cannot initiate on the Dire. They need to be the ones counter-initiating. Orpheus takes a full Illuminate Blast to the face. Just going to heal up a bit. Yeah, baby, stealing Illuminate. Or Chakra. Sorry, Chakra. Good ability. Not many people on this team are super mana dependent. Tide can get his combos off with no problem. Bloodseeker, you know, very mana hungry. You should call him Mana Seeker. Oh wait, that's
I'm actually very
anti-magic.
surprised the Keeper of the Light already popped his ultimate, because the whole pretty much the point of his ultimate in this game is to bring Luna into the fight when they need Luna, but he already just casually pop it.
Not the longest cooldown, though, another 30 seconds. But this is a huge waste for both teams. This is something I hate seeing teams do, and it's something I hate when my teams end up doing it. Because I'm guilty of it. Just hanging out mid and nothing happening. The good thing the Radiant doing is they have Tide farming top. He really needs to get a Blink Dagger. He's level 9. As soon as he hits that level 11, it's extra 25 damage and a little bit longer duration. But the radius of his Ravage goes crazy. And against the Magnus' very small reverse polarity radius, it's going to be really useful. And they have Juggernaut farming as well, so he's not sitting there losing out on XP. He has a DD rune now, so you know he wants to fight.
He just wants to farm more efficiently.
Well, yeah. That's probably actually what he wants to do is farm. But this is good. But Luna is also farming top. She's having free farm. 106 last hits on Juggernaut versus the 151 on the Luna, but she also does have that Midas. And Sneaky Mouse could go down here. He needs to be careful. Luna's hoping to not have to pop her Eclipse on him, but...
Smoke gank mid.
But they got caught
Luna
up before
TP's
the gank went off, so they know just the
Bloodseeker might be the only one they catch out. There's a Smoke Gank, but it's not going to go anywhere. 3 top right now. Smoke Gank's going to rotate top. Is their smoke going to run out beforehand? No, it's not. This is gonna happen.
Oh, there's gonna be a ward. They can't see the smoking possibly coming at the same time, and they expect it.
They're expecting something. They only have vision of 2 heroes. We have Juggernaut going to try and take on the Luna.
Llama. No.
We see Lion get shown out. Gush.
Oh,
The Magnus gets revealed.
Clarity set.
Tombstone's dropped. TP's out. And yeah, baby's dead. So a single kill for that smoke gank, but they also took the Lion, so 1 for 1. Not the worst trade in the world. They want to chase them. Bear Hug was forced to get back. I'm guessing Juggernaut used the ulti on him. Yes, he did. Level 1 ultimate, so still not that great. Only 4 bounces. Really needs to get that level 2 or 3 jumps. Sorry, needs to get that level 2 for the 6 bounces. That's where it hurts the most. Aghanim Scepter is how Juggernaut carries. 12 jumps.
Luna actually clearing out single stack bottom.
Coddle pulling Luna in. Blink Dagger up on Tide.
Hellman.
So we got Boots Blink. They want to fight mid. They want to fight this. There's a Blink Dagger up on Magnus. This is what they want to fight. Bloodseeker way out of position. Going to get reverse polarity. Or just stunned. Or just killed. It doesn't really matter. He's going to die here. Oh! Tombstone's dropped. Tide can Ravage his Ravage! Great kill right there. Great counter initiation. None dead for the Radiant. Great counter initiation. 2 big kills on Sand King and Magnus. Very, very good. Very useful. And Kegel's just standing there. Horrible idea. And they can push this. Coddle Blast coming. No mech up on the Radiant. That's not great. Coddle Blast to the face. Llama needs to get out of there.
Soul Rip herself, I think.
Still, not a lot for her to Soul Rip.
Yeah.
And the Radiant just need to get back. That was a huge fight for them. Or a huge play for them. It wasn't really a team fight. But just a huge play in general, especially because Bane's just farming up in the jungle. And I'm guessing that he's going to be going for that Ag Scepter now.
And interestingly enough, Sand King did try to use his ultimate, which means it's going to be down for another whole minute and a half, so they actually can fight another time over.
But you can't forget that the reverse polarity is up. And that is dangerous. Tide's Ravage is down for another 95 seconds. Can't really fight without that right now.
If they get a good pick off, they definitely could try.
They have no other big teamfight heroes, and with Keeper of the Light blasting that Illuminate through. Again, Lion not contributing much to this game. I'm guessing mech up on Keeper of the Light as well. Lion's just not really contributing. It's a shame. He's just kind of running around the map. He has a couple of assists, but he also has big death. Nice spike right there. Nice Earth Spike. Gonna Ravage Mojo. Mojo's gonna go down here for sure. There's not much he can do. Big pick off there. Another Sand King death. And you gotta know that he is not happy about that.
Ooh, Keeper of the Light actually could have saved with Blinding the Light, but instead of casting Blinding Light, he illuminated it instead, killing his teammate by accident.
As I mentioned, Keeper of the Light not doing much this game either. He's just counter pushing, which is great, but he has a mech. Not
He's planning to get what he gets.
Keeper. It's a bit of a selfish way to play Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light is support. He should be as I mentioned before, as we've said a few times, he should be roaming with Lion and just ganking like crazy, because between the two of them, they have 2 disables and 2 huge nukes. I mean, Illuminate is 500 nuke, along with Lion's ulti, which is another 600. That's 1100 burst damage, not counting the Earth Spike. So they could easily nuke down any hero on the Radiant side, except for Tidehunter. And probably
Luna
Tidehunter.
finally got something to creeps with, and I'm sad it's only a Satyr Soul Stealer.
Okay, so Llama wants everyone to defend, and she walks right into a Coddle Blast. This is what I'm saying. Coddle and Lion should be roaming. They would be getting so many kills. Tidehunter alone top. Pops Ravage to kill Lion. Don't know if he's going to get him. Huge waste here. He's going to die for that. Oh! Wands up. That was a huge mistake by the Tidehunter. They cannot fight without that Ravage, and he was using it to get a solo kill on a support hero. It was useless. No reverse polarity out from Magnus. They're going to take this tower with no problem, with Coddle pressuring the creep wave and just killing all of them with no problem. Epicenter up from Sand King, and that ulti just chained off beautifully. They're all dead. Mojo goes down. And Magnus went down. And Bane can't... They're going to get this Coddle. 2 dead, and they saved the tower and denied it. Great play from the Radiant. 2 denies. And now they can push. They gotta push. They can push with no problem. Lion's ulti's down. He has no mana for anything. As we said, the Keeper of the Light's been playing very selfishly. They're just gonna push with that healing ward, and they're gonna get it with no problem. They could take 2 if they really wanted.
And just like I look at the experience in Gold Grab, finally completely dipping back towards the Radiant, which is finally what they need.
XP and gold finally going up. Juggernaut's been farming that. Bane's been farming that jungle. 3.5k. I'm telling you, right? I'm calling it right now. Ag Scepter's coming up. There it is. Staff, Ogre Club, and Blade. 600 gold from that. 650 gold from that Aghanims, and it's so deadly. If he gets Aghanims at level 2, that's 9 jumps at an average of 220 damage. He catches any person out on that, and it's not blocked by BKB because it's physical damage. Something a lot of people forget about. And from there, he can go Desolator, he can go Butterfly. There are so many options to what he can buy. Might get caught out by Mojo, though, but again, very easy to get away from him. All he has to do is spin. And there's not much Mojo can do.
But even though he has that Satyr at Ancients, he actually has not. He's actually missed 4. Count them, 4 stacks with the Satyr. I think he really is not.
He's farming the jungle very well. He does have Manta up, going for his BKB. Bloodseeker.
He'd have an efficient extra 1,000 gold by now, though, which is a little depressing.
I did miss that kill. Sanj and Yasha up on Bloodseeker, along with a Ring of Aquila going BKB. This is what Juggernaut needs to get right after he finishes his Aghanim Scepter, which he has done now. He has enough for the point booster, so he's going to go grab that. Looking around the map.
Bloodseeker's going against BKB.
Yep, Bloodseeker needs a BKB. And the best Magnus is a huge game changer. His ulti can devastate teams. But if you avoid it, it has such a low radius. If you can avoid that, you won that team fight. If he only catches 1 hero in that reverse polarity, you won that team fight. And I'm not even sure. I think it'll cancel Blade Fury. But I don't know.
Coddle being seen with that is, but at the same time, looks like they're not actually pushing for it. No, they're slowly going towards it. Coddle doesn't realize that he's been caught out.
That's a dead Coddle. As I said, selfish Coddle play. Just in a bad position. And I like hero mode. He's a great guy, but just bad positioning.
Yeah,
I
love you, Radiant. Radiance, you actually stacked your Ancients. Lots of love.
And that's a lot of gold for Juggernaut. Needs to get out of there now, though. Reverse polarity missed!
There we go.
He's going to pop his ultimate.
And
great counter initiation from the Radiant. Pop it on him. He's going to kill him. Wow, team wipe from the Radiant. Totally unexpected.
Wow.
Didn't even need the Juggernaut ulti. They need to push and get 2 towers for this. They can take top, they can take mid and bot. They just need to get these towers now.
The game
Great
was
initiation.
completely reversed. Radiant now ahead, actually.
Ag Scepter up on the Juggernaut. Didn't have to pop his ulti there. The first person that goes to fight him is going to die. Blink Dagger on the Tide. Coddle needs to just get out of here. Got the healing ward up from... oh, in 1 second. This is a mistake by Coddle, just out of position, not pop. It doesn't have his ulti. He just needs to get back. He can't stop this. I like the Rubik channel. It's a little Rubik. It's pretty funny looking. We got a bunch of heroes up now for the Radiant. As I mentioned, Juggernaut still has his ulti with an Aghanim Scepter. Didn't have to use it. He can kill them very easily. He will take out 2 people with that with no problem. And things are looking up for the Radiant. Got a 10k spike in experience from that fight. More than a 10k spike. Gold graph, we see about a 7k spike in the Radiant's favor. But wow, a 10k experience, and I'm sure most of that was on Tidehunter, who's under-leveled. Level 13 now. Got a haste rune up there. First person to grab that's going to be pretty happy. Bloodseeker's kind of working out. Level 16 now, has his Sange. I'm guessing he's going to turn that into a Halberd for the evasion.
Yep.
Well,
Has a second Sange. Why is he grabbing a second Sange? Why would he just not disassemble the Sange and Yasha?
that is a poor move on Seeker.
He just wants the HP. He just wants the HP. Bloodseeker's going to go for Bear Hug.
BKB would have... Oh, I don't even know.
He's got a Bear Hug's got a BKB up. Not really sure what Orpheus is doing. He's a good player, but he's making a lot of weird mistakes. Grab the haste rune just to run top and get some last hits.
I'd be very interested to know who picked Bloodseeker if it was actually him that thought.
I think it was
Bloodseeker
Orpheus.
would be-
Yeah.
And here comes the whole team. Ravage is up in 15 seconds. They're roaming together. They want to kill. Counter warding the Ancients because they know that's where everything went wrong for them. They knew they had to have a Sentry Ward there. Blocking the Ancient spawn. And at this point,
instead of a Observer, it's a bit of an interesting choice.
we got a Desolator coming up on Juggernaut. I believe it's going to be a Desolator. I don't think he's going to go BKB. He might, but I think he's more reliant on Spin and Ultimate to get rid of, or to stay out of Midnight Pulse or Lion's Ultimate or anything like that. We've got
He just needs to
Roche attempt right now by the Dire side, and the Radiant can contest this with no problem. Between Tidehunter's Ultimate and Juggernaut's ultimate, they can contest this, and they need to. They have to know they're in there. No, this ward did not show. They're gonna get this free. This is gonna be a free Roshan. Way too late. Orpheus is running
Orpheus
in. He knows someone's low on health. He can see it. Popping BKB right away, killing off the Sand King instantly. Great play. Reverse polarity on 1. Stole reverse polarity. Great counter initiation again by the Radiant.
And that's it.
And a free Roshan. There was nothing they can do about this.
I don't like calling GG early, but this is getting towards that scary part of the...
This is just
where they're
mistake
just
after
losing
mistake.
teamfight.
These are mistakes by the Dire and great plays by the Radiant. Waiting, knowing that the reverse polarity went out on 1. It went out on the Bloodseeker after you already killed the teamfight hero Sand King. I mean, that was just a waste of reverse polarity. I don't know why he used it. And they're going to get a tower for this. Coddle can't do anything. Juggernaut's ultimate's on cooldown for another 50 seconds, but, you know, another great or I don't even think Sneaky Mouse needed to Ravage because they stole the reverse polarity. So he still has Ravage. They can take 2 towers here with no problem. Reverse polarity's down for another minute.
And by the time Luna's up, Juggernaut will almost also be... So they got pretty much... They can just keep doing this the whole time.
I mean, this should be another tower. I like how they have not touched the top lane, though. They're playing smart. They're just going for the towers where they know the creep wave is. Juggernauts doesn't care. They're going to mana leak Juggernaut. He's just going to stand still. He has Aegis. Why not? He could jump in right now and kill them. A little bit of an early Tombstone pop. It's getting to that point in the game, though, where Tombstone goes down very easily, especially with Luna up. And I think they could jump in and Ravage right now and take out the whole team if they really wanted.
Yes,
Bane does not care about eating these. And it would be huge if they could get a Ravage off. Wow!
Rubik still has reverse polarity.
There's the Ravage. We see... we're going to see an ultimate right now. And there it is. The jumps.
2 down.
Bear Hug's still up, though. Sand King did get his epicenter off. Not the greatest fight so far. Juggernaut's still alive. Not much he can do, though. He's hitting, but he's not hitting extremely fast. Mech pop by the Coddle. Coddle and Luna are the only ones left alive. All of that trade just for a Tidehunter. The movement speed on the Bloodseeker. Going right on hero mode. This should be a kill. Nope, he's going to run back.
He's blind already, so there's no going out there.
Very
Honestly, it's
unfortunate
pretty
game for the
good.
Dire. They definitely had the early game advantage, and they're just kind of squandering it. Bane backing up. He does have the Aegis. He should just be hitting the tower.
Eclipse.
Eclipse popped on. All it hits is creeps. Oh, he's got to be mad about that. Oh, he's got to be
Not
pissed.
even pop any of this. This is rather disappointing.
No Aegis pop yet, and there we go. Aegis is
There
finally
it is.
popped. I don't know that he can get out of here though.
Yeah, you
He's
can.
popping
almost
one
has
of the
his
worst
Desolator done.
positions.
He's got to get a spin off. He's gonna go down. And they finally
This-
take down the Juggernaut. And they got the tower top. Didn't even realize that. Go creeps. Creeps OP. I think it
And
was
even still,
I think it was that little guy.
Range.
Ranged creep number 7 who got the last hit. This guy. OP creep. Unfortunately, no racks, nor do they get the tower. I think they were a little bit too focused about killing the Coddle and Luna. But, great team fight again. Let's look at the graphs, see how they changed. 15,000 experience and 7,500 gold in favor of the Radiant right now. And that Juggernaut's dead for a long time. Has a full Desolator when he gets up, though. Gonna cleave through these heroes. Rubik still has Reverse Polarity, although it's gonna time out in a few seconds. If it were me, I would just use it for fun right now. Use it to get some creeps. Why not? It's about to time out. Who cares? And suddenly the Dire's on the defensive. A couple of bad reverse polarities, a couple of quick pickoffs, and they're right back in this. Keeper of the Light going for Boots of Travel. Good pickup on him.
Very greedy.
Good
That's so
pickup, but
greedy.
again, just greedy play. There are so many
Force staff
items he
help the
could be
team,
getting.
Necronomicon, fight the vibes,
Yes,
anything.
Ward, even wards, Force Staff, Scythe. These are all items that are better than Boots of Travel, and they need them. They need them. So we got the Desolator up on the Juggernaut. He is hitting like a truck now. He's hitting for about 250. Next, I would like to see him go for a Heart or a Butterfly next. I think Butterfly would be the best option first, and then a Heart for the tank in the late game. He just hits like a truck. And that Butterfly is going to let him hit during the Omni Slash. The more agility he has, the more he hits. The more attack speed he has, the more he hits during that Omni Slash. We just got a lot of roaming, and man, that Roche fight was still. Oh, I might have to make a highlight of that because that was just gorgeous. Sneaky Mouse is just hanging out. He is going for a Shivas with his Mystic Staff. He could be going for a Scythe, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Shivas. I think we got a BKB coming up on the Magnus. Not really necessary. He's just tired of getting counter-initiated by the Tide. Sentry Ward put down. They're trying to do Ward, but the Radiant only has one Ward that's about to time out, so it doesn't really matter. And they know that he just put down that Sentry. They saw him. Radiant have very defensive wards. Here, and there, but they could be. They need to be more offensive at this point. They have the advantage. They need to press it. A Luna to me will definitely outcarry a Juggernaut. Granted, that Juggernaut with an Ags, if he catches her out alone, he's going to jump 12 times now, and he's going to be hitting her in between each one for minus armor.
And even if he doesn't catch out Luna alone, team.
Lots of drawing on the map. I think that was Llama's beautiful drawing. I think she wants to take that top tower.
One could easily assume.
Halberd on Bloodseeker, 2,800 gold. What's he going to buy? This guy's been... So he has a Sanj and Yasha and a Halberd. Why not? Halberd's a great item. 25 damage, 20 strength, and 25 evasion, so he's pretty tanky now. And he does have that 25% evasion. Always nice. They know this is coming top, though. Bloodseeker's just going to keep farming in the jungle, though, the meantime. We got Coddle TPing top, Lion still bottom. He does have a TP scroll, not sure why he's not using it. And I think we're going to see a big team fight top. This is going to be huge. If the Radiant win this team fight, this is a Rax for sure. And jumping right in! All 12 bounces on her, and he's going to take her out. No, he's not. No, he's not. She's going to get away! Luna gets away. Big reverse polarity. No epicenter to follow it up, though. Melted! He did get it off, but it didn't do anything because of that pipe. And wow, Luna popped. Full team wipe, 5 for nothing. And that's game. That has to be Rax right there. And Magnus just, again, another bad reverse polarity. I hate to say it, but he's popping it way too early or way too late.
Like, as much as the Dire had, the early game advantage, they've just been throwing all the small things away.
I don't understand why there's a pause right now. They're all dead.
Like the Dire could have been farming since when they were sort of sitting in the middle for that whole entire middle phase where they lost
And like
a
I
lot of
said,
screens and gold.
that middle phase that we were talking about, that's where things go wrong for teams. They had invested 4 heroes there, whereas the Radiant had invested 3. Two of their big heroes that needed a farm, Juggernaut and Tidehunter, needed that Blink Dagger, were left alone to farm up and get those levels that they needed, and just wasting 4 heroes mid and then losing a fight, getting caught out, was so costly.
But during the whole mid game, the Radiant was literally farming their whole entire half of the map, while the Dire was only farming this top middle right there, and that's it. An entire lane and Ancient untouched during the whole middle game by the Dire, and that's a lot of gold over time.
Alright, so we got to pause here. I don't understand this pause. Everybody's dead. Let's see buybacks. Maybe they have a couple of and nobody even has buyback. Sand King and Lion have buyback. Okay. Hold on one second. I'm gonna jump to another channel and see what's going on.
Channel switch.
Hey, you guys are all dead. What's with the okay, you guys are unpausing. Okay.
Channel switch.
Alright, I'm pausing. Never mind. And the mouse just scrolled wherever it wanted because I went off the screen. And the Bloodseeker's still not hitting that hard. He just spent all of his money, though. What did he buy up? Got an Eagle Song. He's going to go for that Butterfly. Great item on Bloodseeker. The Bloodseeker pick worked out. He went 10-4-4. I hate to say it, that the Bloodseeker worked out. Everybody's coming back up. They cannot afford to not take towers. As I said, Luna will out-carry a Juggernaut. She's going to hit hard. And there's the Fortify. Here comes the Coddle Blast. Still no mech up on the Radiant. Llama needs to get out of there. She's tanking this tower. Soul Rips for, what, 150 health? Luna's still down. Magnus, RP is not up for another 30 seconds. Not much he can do here. Just spamming Coddle Blasts. Mana leaking the Bloodseeker. Not going to do much. He actually has a decent amount of mana. He should not... Again, this Coddle. Odd plays. Odd plays.
User joined your channel.
What's up, Ruby?
Not much. Just made eggs.
Nice. I have like a pot roast stew going, and I'm looking forward to it in about 4 hours.
Nice.
It's just some stew meat, onions, potatoes, black beans, diced tomatoes, some rice.
That sounds pretty epic.
With like just sitting in some beef broths for the past 5 hours and slow cooking.
Nice.
But back to Dota. Back to Dota. Game is almost. Well, game's looking. The game's not looking good for the Dire. Still have 2 sets of racks up. This racks is going to regen very slowly. 2.6 per second. Juggernaut gets a solo kill on the mag. Or on the Sand King, I should say. Wow, big crit on the... big crit there on the Coddle, and Bane's going to go down. Bane going for Butterfly. And the Bloodseeker, where is he? I guess I could just click on his portrait. Bloodseeker has a Butterfly done. He's running away from Magnus. He's going to silence him. He just needs to get out. Bloodseeker's hitting pretty hard now and pretty fast, I should say. What I really would like to see is a BKB on him.
The only thing he needs, go in there and pick off those switches support.
BKB, I think he's going to go... yeah. A BKB would be good, or even an Abyssal. I would actually like to see an Abyssal more than a BKB.
Undog coming out to help the team with a Vlad and soon to be an AC, and Llama just trying to help out through 2 carries as much as she can before dying in team fights.
And I think this is the biggest difference between the Radiant and the Dire. The Dire supports Sand King has not bought a single thing all game. He's still sitting at Tranquils, or not Tranquils, at Arcane Boots and a Branch. He's been hoping for that Blink Dagger. Has not been helping out. Had he been buying wards, had been buying other things, trying to help the team, I think it would have gone a lot better. Mech up on the Coddle, and that is the only team item he has bought. He could have bought a Vlad's. He could have bought so many things. And then we have Lion, who went Tranquil Boots Earn, and looks like he's trying to build a 4-staff. Misses his stun. That's a stun you can target, not one you should usually miss, especially if you're only aiming for one person. It's kind of a shame. But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, you do get a little more range out of it if you just if you don't target a hero. But if you do target someone and they say blink and they do anything but blink away, it'll actually extend to hit them. So we've got the Vlads up. We do see her building an Assault Cuirass. And Orpheus is going to get an Aegis right here, unless they're going to give it to the Juggernaut. I think it's a smarter decision to give it to the Juggernaut, but it doesn't really matter. Juggernaut almost has that Butterfly. Very close. Needs about 400 gold, I believe. Yeah. Or 600 gold, sorry.
It actually worked a lot better than I thought it would, not gonna lie.
Well, the Bloodseeker pick, I think the way I've been seeing, when you see Bloodseeker in anything but basic pub games or low-level pub games, you see the Rupture used not as an initiation as you see it at lower levels, but when someone's just about dead, it's almost like Axe's ultimate, where if they're below a certain amount of health, you pop it, and you're almost guaranteed to kill them. And it has such a long range. It's the size of the screen.
And the cooldown's really short.
40 seconds.
It's only 50 seconds now.
And this is a dead hero mode. You can get away. Pops the rat. Oh. Oh, Mojo's trying to pop Epicenter. He's going to get it off, but there's the pipe up, so it's not going to do a ton of damage. Great soul rip by Llama, going to take out him. Bear Hug's running back. He really needs to get to base. Orpheus is chasing him down. He's got that maim with the Sanjin Yasha, and that's GG. Magnus cannot do anything to help out here. And there's a ultimate by Bane just to secure the kill. GG's. And a full butterfly on the Juggernaut. Now he's hitting for 300 with no crits. And as I said, that Ag Scepter was the big change. Taking out those big heroes in those team fights was very useful. And then the counter initiation by the Tide was always perfect.
I don't know if it was intent, but the way that the Bloodseeker's ults usually came out is after an initiation bad and the team was trying to run away.
Yep.
Which is the one time you really want to run away. So that was the best thing. It was used very rarely, I think, as a tool to snipe off a hero.
Yes.
Very wise decision by Orpheus, even though he's a silly
Hey,
character.
he's just gonna sit there.
Smart enough.
He's trying to build an MKB.
You can actually do it from their shop. I mean,
he was just picking up the javelins. And Keggle's gonna die. And Lion runs away from the Bloodseeker ultimate and is killed. And again, I think there were just a lot of selfish plays on the Dire side that game. The Radiant played very smart. They played very well. And they stuck together in the mid-game when things weren't looking great for them. But there was just a lot of selfish support play on the Dire. And I'm going to close out the stream for a second.